All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the drive-thru. It's been a long time since you've been taught anything. Special shout out to Big Fish, our wonderful musical that starts tonight. Okay, quick video. This is the second section in your chapter. No, I'm sorry, it's the third section. It's the second homework assignment. And it's all about solving systems of equations, so it's going to go very quick because we've been doing this all year. Okay? So I start out with this one because it's the pretty typical example where you're going to use what method? Substitution. You're right. So we're going to use substitution, so we literally are going to take y, and wherever there's a y, we're going to put that. So you go 6x minus 2 times y, 3x minus 1, and that's equal to negative 2, okay? And I guess the question might be, how come I couldn't just solve this equation right here? Why couldn't I solve it? There's two variables. So you're always going to need the same amount of equations as you have variables. And once you get into Algebra 2, you'll have like 6 variables, 6 equations. And it gets really hard, but that's what linear algebra is for. That's what matrices are for. Just so you know, that's part of what matrices are for. So here we go. You end up going 6x minus 6, We're going to keep going because we're not done yet. Let's see, plus 2 equals negative 2, okay? And so you get 2 equals negative 2, okay? So there's a difference. If you would have got 0 equals 0, you would have had infinitely many solutions, okay? But since you have 2 equals negative 2, then what do you get? If you would have gotten 2 equals 2, that would have been infinitely many solutions. This is no solutions. Why? Well, that's a decent answer. Anyone else have an answer for why? Okay. What's this thing right here? What is that? No, it's not slope. What is it? It's a line. It's a line. It's a line. And what's this thing? It's a line. And they don't intersect because they're parallel. So let's take a good look at this one right here. Let's divide everything by 2, and you get 3x minus y equals negative 2. Let's move the y over to the right side and move the negative 2 over to the left side. And what do you end up getting? Right? And it is different. It is different. You're right. What's the same about the black one and the red one? The slope's the same. What's different? So those two lines are parallel. So we did learn a lot from that example. The problem is you guys know the algebra but don't always understand what it's representing, and that's the whole point of Chapter 13. Okay? Let's go to see this one. Not that one, but this one. Okay, so you would not want to do this with substitution. You're going to get really nasty fractions. I see these two letters and see that I could quickly multiply them and get to what number? 12. So I'm going to multiply the top by this whole thing by 4, and the bottom I'm going to multiply by 3. And I like that they have opposite signs. I prefer that way because then you can add them. Whereas if you subtract them, I always screw things up. So you end up getting one equation as 32x minus 12y equals 28. And on the bottom, you get 30x. What? 30x plus 12y equals 3. And do you understand what I'm saying now, that I can just add these things? Because negative 12 plus positive 12 is 0. You get 62x equals 31. So x equals 1/2. Oh, 2, I get it. So many people would call that 2, including me when I was your age. And y equals, well, I got to solve this thing for y. So how about 32 times 1/2 minus 12y, minus 12y equals 28. Okay, so that is 16. So negative 12y is positive 12, and y is indeed negative 1. Okay? What is, if I can erase this real quick, what is this thing? It's a line. What is this thing? Where do those two lines meet? At 1/2 comma negative 1. That's what you're finding out. Okay? Can I get a sleepy boom?